Now ready.
Okay, welcome to the special June 2, 2022 United City County's Board of Health meeting. We're convening at 5 o'clock this afternoon. So with that, I guess we would have a roll call, Janelle.
Artis,
Here.
Don,
Here.
Jessica,
Here.
Pete,
Here.
Roger,
Here.
and Ronnalee.
Here.
All right. The minutes show that we have a quorum. With that, we'll move on to the approval of the agenda. Is there any revisions, amendments, changes to the agenda? Or if not, have a motion to accept.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Thank you. Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded to accept the agenda as provided. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. All right, citizen comments. I see there are two people in the audience. One of them is on the agenda. The other one, did you want to? I'm here with these guys. Okay. All right.
There's nobody on Zoom
And
that,
there's nobody else.
and there were no written comments either.
So that's probably the easiest public comment. All right, we'll move on to the action item, consideration of appointment of interim health officer. All right, Joe, I guess you are done.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the personnel committee met and discussed the possibility of appointing Jen as an interim health officer and forwarding that to the county commissioners for their approval.
Just to add, Jen is a master of public health, so she literally makes the statutory requirements to hold that position. She does not want it. And I think Tammy, I don't know if you got it.
I think I have anything to add.
All right, is there any questions for Dawn and the personnel committee regarding this action item?
Can we maybe flesh out a little bit about just kind of what the discussion has been at the personnel committee and just kind of where we're at, why we think this is the best option, and it's just a little bit of background into this recommendation.
Sure. So knowing that Joe's going to be leaving at the end of June, and knowing that the advice from our headhunter outfit from the coast that we hold off and let everything kind of cool down on looking for new recruits for the position. Joe had done some digging and we came up with what we considered to be the best option. And that was taking one of the best qualified people already on staff, moving them into an interim position. And as Joe said, you're not interested at this time of being full-time, but moving her into an interim position. And what was the other? We were going to move up.
I went ahead and moved Keelan Levy to deputy health officer.
So that was nothing that we needed our approval for. That was Joe's job to do that, and she accepted that. And then our discussions sounded like they're both very qualified to do the positions they're moving into. And I think after the first of the year, the gentleman, what was the name of the company?
Prothman.
They will again work with us and put out a call for health officer. So that's kind of where we were at. I think I remember how many meetings we had. There's several having to do with this. We were all in agreement on those two. So anything else I can answer?
in criteria, when did you say that Rockland was suggesting?
That first year, actually, I think they were gonna, that was still an open item for discussion. I think we could probably contact them whenever we see if we thought it should be sooner, but I believe that was their, is that right? That was their,
Yeah, there wasn't a real definite timeframe, fall or winter, to start the process again. Knowing that the interim position could last at a very bare minimum, 6 months, but up to a year, more likely it'd be closer to a year that we would have somebody, Jen, in this case, if that's accepted, to fill that role for up to a year so that we can have a time frame through the summer. It's really difficult to get people on flights and hotels here during the summer anyway to interview, so we'll wait till fall or winter to start the process again. Knowing that the process takes a good 3-4 months to get through. If we started at that time, we're definitely into the new year.
this is an action item, so I would make
She said that she does not want to do the job, be long, full-time, indefinitely.
On a permanent basis, no, on a basis.
Mhm.
Can I make a motion? Forward that to the action. Let's see if there's any more discussion. Or if you have any other questions on it.
So Jen does not want to do it permanent.
And this particular woman, she's
Okay.
not wanting to do it permanently. I'm not gonna hold her to that
Okay.
forever.
Okay.
I think- Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
so, but at the moment,
okay.
just in the room.
But then the recommendation from the personnel committee is to offer her a 1-year interim position. Is that what the offer would be?
It would be up to 1 year.
So-
So what we wouldn't be held to an exact time frame. It will be, the offer for the interim would be up to a year. So if we could fill it at 6 months, 8 months, 10
Sure.
months.
Sure, but I guess, but also it would be set for review again in a year as well. If we were not to fill the position with another candidate,
Extended.
it could be extended, but it would need to be reevaluated in approximately 1 year's time. And it would be 1 year.
So is there any salary adjustment associated with that?
Yes. We currently have a position budgeted for 125. I'm not sure the exact salary that would be offered, but that would be a discussion as well.
I guess, and Jen, and she's department head for population. Right. And as far as her skill set, I mean, it's more in that area of population community is where her skill set is strongest. Yeah.
Jen has a pretty extensive background in city command.
Uh-huh.
She's been county PIO on several Creek fires. She's built a pretty good relationship.
And then estimate separate the local population.
At some point, there are leads in there now. And it may not be overly critical to move towards filling that manager position. We just have to assess it.
We typically leave their position vacant so that when it's over, we go back to the position. If it becomes necessary to fill that with somebody else on an interim basis, so that she can have it when she's done, we can evaluate that as time goes on.
And she's identified someone that might be able to take the lead down there. That's something we really want to discuss. But if necessary, We could appoint someone who is there in the county. Matrix anyway.
Okay, any other questions for?
And I would suggest that if she is doing the same work as the health officer, whether her title be interim or otherwise, I think she should be paid the salary of that we would be offering health officer. And whether your title is interim or not, if you're doing the same job, I think you should be offered the same salary.
That up to the commissioners, it's like,
It would end up being Tammy's negotiation, and she's finding. I do want to mention that, and this has come up a few times, she really doesn't have to be called the interim health officer. And it would just kind of, it would erode her position. She meets all the statutory requirements of being a health officer. So that's one of the things, as you recall, when she came on,
Right.
said, don't call me the interim health officer. I may be in here for an interim basis, but I meet the statutory requirements. So
Well, then if that's the case, then if we're not going to say interim, then why wouldn't we do a 2-year like we would for somebody else that we, a 2-year contract, like we were doing, like we would do with some of a new candidate was coming up.
I don't think she was interested in that.
From what I haven't talked for myself, I don't know Richard for this particular subject. But it was my understanding that even pushing it out to a year was a hard decision. I know that's more of a reasonable time frame. I didn't want to mislead her on how much time it could potentially take. I think it's definitely going to take longer than 6 months. But I would hope that we would get through the process again in a year. So that's more of a reasonable time.
I guess I would recommend that we stick with the title of interim health director, because when we're ready to go back out for a full-blown nationwide search, there isn't the implication that we're already got a health
Indeed. And the fact that we are, and just the fact that we're actively looking,
Yes.
we wouldn't be doing that we wouldn't be actively looking if your title was not interim.
My take on what Joe was saying, it seems to me that she should be hired as the county health officer on an interim basis. And that gives her the power and chaos. I mean, that comes, again, that never crossed my mind, but you get in the position. So
Sure.
that's a consideration.
I think that's a better way to phrase it.
That's fine.
Like, when she signs her name on a document as the health officer. So the reason Tammy had put me in is she did not meet the statutory position.
Roger that. Yeah, so it's because when you sign a health officer's order, you'd have to sign an interim health officer versus health officer. You don't have to put a parentheses on there that says on an interim basis. Okay, okay, that makes sense to me.
We could put her contract health officer on.
No, I think that's,
Well, yeah, I guess I'm okay with that, but I think we have to make this very distinct that this is a stopgap. It's not a final hire. is where I'm going. So,
Isn't that kind of the problem when they go out? They're gonna put together the ad for filling the position on a permanent basis.
Yeah.
So I mean, they make it clear that at this point we're operating with a interim person, interim health officer. They're the ones that are going to do the headline.
well,
And
and that's,
that's typical to have someone holding the board down while we're looking for a permanent placement.
And
I guess that's what I'm trying to convey is that this is a temporary fix because we are still going to go ahead with a nationwide search, and if at that time Jen wants to apply, she can apply. This isn't a final hire.
or if someone else in the department doesn't have gained the skill set at that point to be a candidate.
So what we typically do when we're operating a position on a permanent basis is we do that through an employment contract. And that would specify, the details of the term of the contract. In this case, interim, doing it on an interim basis, it would be an offer of employment letter with those details, and they're not necessarily a contract, but it is a operating this health officer position on a temporary basis up to 12 months at this rate. It's not the full-blown contract that spells out a lot more details.
Okay, thanks for the clarification on that.
And how long do we have the recruiter contracted for?
It didn't say in the contract how long afterwards to wait to still follow the warranty. When we did this through CTS, HR consulting, they gave us 12 months to go out for a second try. So I'm thinking we're going to be around the same timeline. We wouldn't want to wait the whole 12 months before we begin. At any rate, on our own, we're going to start before then. But he didn't mention any issues with that when I said, he was the one that was saying, I think it's really a while. And so I said, well, we're thinking about starting again in late fall, winter timeframe. And it sounds like it was like that.
This would be good to get something right from them, just.
We do have their contract that has that warranty, and it didn't specify the time. So I think that we're actually set pretty cool.
Okay, Ronaldie or Jessica, I kind of ignored you. Do you guys have any comments?
I think you guys are covering a very thorough discussion, so thank you.
Okay.
Same. I just I think that for right now it is a good option, like they said, to kind of wait and have someone start doing the job, and then we'll have a little bit more time to find a hopefully ideal candidate. And I just appreciate that someone's willing to step up and kind of fill in.
Thank you. All right, with that, any further discussion, comments? Okay, we can take a motion then on this action item.
We want me to make another motion.
Make the same motion as do it again.
Second. So I'll make a motion that we offer the commissioners consideration of the appointment of the health officer to be named health officer on an interim basis and to not exceed 1 year. And that fulfills everything we were talking about.
And I'd like to add amendment to your motion that we continue to concurrently move forward with our nationwide search. If you're okay with that.
It doesn't. We just offer that as a second motion.
Yeah.
It's covered in our agenda.
I'll second that.
Now, did you want to make an amendment?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can.
Okay, so I'll make an amendment that we continue concurrently with our nationwide search for filling the position. That's okay.
Okay with all this, the whole fire.
time.
I think it's your,
I think you have to accept it.
you have to accept that.
Accept your amendment.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor to hire Jen Renkowski as the health director on an interim basis up to 12 months. And then continue with our nationwide search to fill that position simultaneously. So that's the motion, I guess. Roll call vote.
Artis,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Jessica,
Yes.
Pete,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
and Ronald.
Yes.
All right. Any other board member discussion or topics coming up that we should be aware of? What is the next one? 16, so 2 weeks.
I've got 3 to hear Roger, try to schedule it.
I was gonna say I'm out Monday, Tuesday, so.
We've got a couple things to do.
I'm up Wednesday.
Say we work Thursday and then late now.
Wednesday,
Let's see what- yeah.
No,
shoot for Wednesday.
Don, how's that work? Wednesday or what time? No, yeah, I'm. Maybe Mondays come down. Oh, you're retired? I thought I was.
You're not.
Well, if you want to go lunchtime.
Sure.
From 12 to
Want to go 11 on Wednesday?
11:30.
11:30.
11:30.
Okay.
Sounds good. 1:31.
Okay.
All right.
No?
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Tammy.
Okay. See you.
All right, so with that, we have a environmental health meeting next Wednesday.
I think one other thing I'd like to mention that is, we had talked earlier about possibly hiring somebody for subdivision reviews in-house. Is there any action at all or anything on the horizon looks like we might be?
The person that we thought has disappeared.
No, he's actually doing DEQ reviews for DEQ right now.
So he wants.
He's doing
something-
Lincoln County right now, Sean Hall. Yeah, he's doing DEQ.
Never gotten back.
Never, and so Diana Luke asked him last week, were you going to work with White County, because she had heard, and he said, yeah, I am. I said, he's never contacted us ever again after Kate left.
We would.
Maybe that's something that we need to move forward or recommend to you. Looking for that person who had the hand for it.
He would not come to it for us. He would work for us, but he would not.
What- what do
So
you think?
maybe we can have that discussion. with our-
Yeah,
For the environment
Yeah.
else,
Yeah.
maybe we could bring something forward.
Must do that.
Not just the other thing, maybe for the next meeting, we could build up some for.
that'd be nice. Since Liz left.
Yeah. Craig's got one thing after that. Okay,
Although places fall apart. I should say fall apart, but everybody's just leaving that.
so with that, Pete, you got any other comments? No. Artist?
Nope.
All we're good with that, so I guess I'll entertain a motion to adjourn then.
Motion to adjourn.
Thanks. Second for all those.
Bye.